Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandeep Raturi and in this exercise we will calculate the year to date sales or we can say YTD sales. Here you can see the task related to this exercise. Load the sales data into Power BI desktop, add a date table to the model, set up the relationship between the tables, create a measure to calculate year to date sales and in last create a line chart to display the YTD sales. Before starting the practical, let me show you how YTD works. So this is the sales data set and here for 1st January sales is 10, for 2nd January sales is 20 and so on. This is the YTD formula calculation and this is the final YTD result. On January 1st, the YTD formula will return 10 because for January 1st sales is 10. On January 2nd, it will add January 1st sales to January 2nd sales and return the result. So for January 1st sales is 10, for January 2nd sales is 20, so 10 plus 20 equal to 30. On January 3rd, it will cumulative the sum of sales from January 1st to January 2nd and will add the output into January 3rd sales. So for January 1st sales is 10, for January 2nd sales is 20 and for January 3rd sales is 10. So 10 plus 20 plus 10 equal to 40. In same way, for January 4th, it will cumulative the sales from January 1st to January 3rd and will add the output into January 4th sale. So 10 plus 20 plus 10 plus 40 equal to 80. And for another year, it will start from the beginning. So for January 1st, 2025, sales is 10. So YTD formula will return 10. And for 2nd January, sales is 10. So 10 plus 30 equal to 40. In the same way, it will calculate the YTD for other years as well. I hope you now understand how YTD works. Now let's understand why calendar table is required. As you can see here, I created one calendar table to using mean and max date from the main data set which is PBI to sales. In Power BI, whenever you work with Time Intelligence DAX functions or any date related calculations, a calendar table is essential. This is because a calendar table provides a continuous sequence of dates. Sometimes main data sets are missing some dates creating gaps. For example, in our main data set, we don't have sales data for all days in January, February or other months. That's why we use a calendar table in calculations or visuals. A continuous date range in the calendar table ensures accurate calculations and helps you better understand the results of time intelligence DAX functions such as YTD, MTD or QTD. Without a calendar table, these functions may not work as intended or could produce unexpected results. Now let's start the practical. First, we will load the sales dataset into Power BI desktop. So go to the Home tab. Under Home tab, click on Get Data and select the text CSV. After that, select the file, click on Open. Here you can see the data preview. Click on Load. So as you can see here, dataset has been loaded successfully. And if you want to see the data, so click on Table View and here you can see the sales data. After that, we will create a calendar table to using mean or max date from the PBI to sales dataset. So here we will create a calendar table to using DAX function. So for that, go to the modeling tab and here you can see the new table option. And if you see the tooltip message, write a DAX expression to create a new table because we will create a calendar table to using DAX function. So you have to choose this option and after that provide the table name, calendar and we will use calendar DAX function and in first argument or we can say in start date we will provide the min date from the PBI to sales dataset. So select the PBI to sales date column, close the bracket and in end date we will provide the max date from the PBI to sales date column and close the bracket. This DAX function will return new table with single column, and it will start the date from minimum date from PBI to sales date and till max date of the PBI to sales date column. Click on commit. Now go to the table view, and here you can see the date column, and under data tab you can see the calendar table has been created with single column, and it will start a date from minimum date from the PBI to sales data set till max date of the PBI to sales data set, which is 1st May 2025. And if you see the date for the calendar table, dates are in continuous sequence. So we will use this date column in our DAX function or in the visualization. After that, we will create a relationship between calendar and PBI to sales dataset. So go to the model view, and here just press and hold the date column from PBI to sales dataset and drag it into calendar table date column and click on save. So here you can see relationship has been created successfully between both tables. Now go to the report view, and after that we will create a YTD Sales DAX. So right click on the PBI to sales data set and select the new measure. Provide the measure name YTD Sales, and here we will use calculate DAX function, and after that we will use sum DAX function, sum of PBI to sales data set sales amount, and close the bracket. In second argument we will use Time Intelligence DAX function dates YTD, because here we are calculating YTD sales. So select the dates YTD and pass the date column name. So here we will pass the calendar date column name, calendar date, and close the bracket and click on commit. So here you can see measure has been created successfully for the YTD sales. Now add one line chart in the report page. So go to the visualization pane, and from here add one line chart. In the x-axis of the line chart, from calendar data set select year and month like this, and in y-axis drag the YTD sales measure. By press and hold the corner of the line chart, you can manage the height and width for the line chart like this. And after that we will do some formatting for the line chart. So as you can see here in x-axis, month and year are showing together, so we will fix this. So select the line chart, go to the format your visual tab, expand the x-axis, and in type drop down select the categorical. So as you can see that x-axis looks good. And after that scroll down and just turn on the data labels, and this is the result of YTD sales. So for the year 2024, it starts from the January and accumulates sales until December. So as you can see here, and for the next year it will start from the beginning January and accumulates sales until May. That's all for this video. I hope you now understand how to calculate YTD and how it works. If you like the video, please like, share, comment and subscribe to the channel for more exercises. Thank you.